I've been waiting for the someone who would finally say the words that would free me from the waiting of the permission that I've heard in my head 1,000 times, but couldn't authorize myself. So I kept the life I wanted, living on the highest shelf of the someday and the waiting for the right authority to sign the slip that gave permission for the fullest version of me to arrive. And nobody came with the clipboard and the signing, and I stood beside the shelf of the life I'd been designing for the someday, for the later, for the when somebody tells me that the time is right and that I'm ready, and the permission finally fills me. And I look for the permission in the teachers and the parents and the partners and the doctors and the publicly apparent authorities on the living of a life like mine specifically. And the permission never came from any of them typically. In the form I was expecting, never came as the announcing of my readiness for the living of the full life. And the trouncing of the waiting for the permission came from the most unexpected place, which was the mirror on the morning I reflected that I was the only one who had always had the signing authority for the living of the life I'd been designing. The permission slip was always in the pocket of the self. The permission slip was always not on any other person's shelf. It was yours. The permission slip was always in your own possession. The permission slip was never anyone else's lesson to deliver or to withhold from you. The authority was always through the permission slip that only you could sign. And the signing of the permission is not the dramatic or the grandiose. It's the Tuesday morning when you simply decide that you are the most qualified to authorize the living of your own particular life. And the permission slip is signed in the vernacular of the self-authorizing and the quiet choosing of the full extent of the life without the waiting for the outside world's assent. And the signed permission slip is not the document that anyone, but you can see it lives inside the chest, and it's the undone waiting that it ends. The slip is just the stopping of the asking for the outside world to tell you when to stop the permission tasking. And once you sign the permission, everything is different in the living, not because the world has changed, but because the self has been given permission to the full extent of its own most interior knowing. And the permission slip is just the self's most important showing of the self to the self, the document that says I am the authority of the life I'm living, and the time is now in perpetuity. The permission slip is signed, and the living of the life it authorizes is the most magnificent of all the personal surprises that the self-permission gives you, which is just the life you always knew was yours, now fully authorized and living in the actual and true. Signing now, permission yours, signing now, opens doors nobody else has the power was always yours to sign. Oh, the permission slip, always yours, always. Signing now, live the full life, always. The authority was always you, always, always. I've been waiting for the someone who would finally say the words that would free me from the waiting of the permission that I've heard in my head 1,000 times, but couldn't authorize myself. So I kept the life I wanted, living on the highest shelf of the someday and the waiting for the right authority to sign the slip that gave permission for the fullest version of me to arrive. And nobody came with the clipboard and the signing, and I stood beside the shelf of the life I'd been designing for the someday, for the later, for the when somebody tells me that the time is right and that I'm ready, and the permission finally fills me. And I look for the permission in the teachers and the parents and the partners and the doctors and the publicly apparent authorities on the living of a life like mine specifically. And the permission never came from any of them typically. In the form I was expecting never came as the announcing of my readiness for the living of the full life. And the trouncing of the waiting for the permission came from the most unexpected place, which was the mirror on the morning I reflected that I was the only one who had always had the signing authority for the living of the life I'd been designing. The permission slip was always in the pocket of the self. The permission slip was always not on any other person's shelf. It was yours. The permission slip, the permission slip was always in your own possession. The permission slip, the permission slip was never anyone else's lesson to deliver or to withhold from you. The authority was always through the permission slip that only you could sign. And the signing of the permission is not the dramatic or the grandiose. It's the Tuesday morning when you simply decide that you are the most qualified to authorize the living of your own particular life. And the permission slip is signed in the vernacular of the self-authorizing and the quiet choosing of the full extent of the life without the waiting for the outside world's assent. And the signed permission slip is not the document that anyone but you can see. It lives inside the chest and it's the undone waiting that it ends. The slip is just the stopping of the asking for the outside world to tell you when to stop the permission tasking. And once you sign the permission, everything is different in the living. Not because the world has changed, but because the self has been given permission to the full extent of its own most interior knowing. And the permission slip is just the self's most important showing. Oh, the self, to the self, the document that says I am the authority. Of the life I'm living and the time is now in perpetuity. The permission slip is signed and the living of the life it authorizes is the most magnificent of all the personal surprises that the self-permission gives you, which is just the life you always knew was yours, now fully authorized and living in the actual and true. Sign it now, permission yours, sign it now, opens doors. Nobody else has the pen, nobody else, only when you decide to authorize, you decide the full size. Oh, permission slip, on your hip. Oh, permission slip, take the trip. Always was in your hand, always was. Understand the authority was always you, was always the authority, always true. Sign it now, claim the life. Sign it now, ends the strife of the waiting, for the other, no more bother. The permission slip was always in your own possession. The permission slip was never anyone else's lesson to deliver or to withhold from you. The authority was always through the permission slip that only you could sign. The permission slip, the most important document, you're right. The permission slip, signed in the most ordinary light of the Tuesday in the mirror and the choosing of the full life over the refusing. The permission slip was always yours to sign. I've been waiting for the someone who would finally say the words that would free me from the waiting of the permission that I've heard in my head 1,000 times, but couldn't authorize myself. So I kept the life I wanted, living on the highest shelf.